Morning, Dwight. First round of this league. See if we can burn $12 in a Modern League in 2 hours. We burned $24 in Legacy Leagues in 3 hours last night. That was an impressive record. Man, we're in for a lot of these hands in our 19 land deck, right? It's like no land 7s. Anything spicy for the CCS? I don't think so. I think we're going with an established archetype. Magic Online is the most convenient way to play Magic from your home. We're on the draw. Yeah, I think this is fine, right? Like, is this Traverse getting a land? We probably don't want it to get a land. Yeah, I'm going to top that. Scape Shift. Okay. So let's use this fetch land to scry. So it's like the top land, top card of our deck. Grim Flayer. Yeah, super interested in drawing a Grim Flayer, right? Like, we're going to need a way to apply pressure to my opponent. So this lets us draw a card at the start of their next turn. Yeah, I published them this morning when I woke up. I think I'm just cycling this cast out. I guess I could just put this into play tapped, so like, yeah, our life total really doesn't matter. When this version of Scape Shift kills us, they like kill us super dead. So 3 card types in our crypt already. Thoughtseize is pretty good. So Search for Tomorrow is coming off next turn, which means we could theoretically get Breach Titan. So I think we're obligated to Thoughtseize here since we drew it. I mean, alright, take through the Breach out of your hand. Play this Treetop Village and pass. Just like have to hope they brick on Titans for forever, which is asking a lot because like they have, you know, 4 Titans and 4 Summoners packs in their deck. I guess we technically have this Path to Exile to kill the Titan, the first Titan. The problem is once there's 1 Titan in play, once 1 Titan hits, they get 2 Valakuts. Some kind of Jund configuration. Okay. So we don't know their last card right now. I'm going to play this Plains out so we can play the Grim Flayer and hold Path up. I don't have anything in my main deck here that I wanted to traverse further. Did I? I probably should have checked that before I did anything. I don't think so. Okay, doesn't look like they have anything. Petition to errata Valakut to legendary, right? Alright, so we want to traverse pre-combat here because when Grim Flayer connects, we're going to get to look at the top cards of our deck. Do I want to just get a... It's probably just Tarmogoyf, right? Yeah, it's almost certainly just Tarmogoyf, just like try and beat them down. It's going to be a 5-6, so... Yeah, let's go ahead and attack for 4 here, just to apply a quick clock. Yeah, Goyf lets us leave path up. I'd love a Siege Rhino, right? Put any number of these cards into your graveyard. I would like to put that one in my discard pile. I would like to put that one in my discard pile. I would love to leave a Siege Rhino on top of my deck. Play this. Play this. Yep. So Titan's going to come into play here. In response to this trigger, we're going to go ahead and path this. This is where they can't get Valakuts to start. 4 is to smart there. So you get 2 Valakuts with this, and then this deals 6 to something. And if they have another mountain in their hand, they can deal 6 to something. So they're definitely getting run a double Valakut here. Our Ghost Quarters and our Surgical Extractions and our Fulminator Mages are in the board, which is a little unfortunate for this matchup game 1, but we have the tools post-board, I think. I don't have a ton of discard. We don't have any extra discard in the board, do we? We have a Collective Brutality that's probably coming in. Yeah. The last card in their hand was a Mountain, too, so this is actually kind of good for us. They're mowing down our troops here, so we do have a... we do have a Siege Rhino on top of our deck, so this is going to kill the Grim Flayer, I assume. Yeah. So, if we can... I don't even know what we need them to draw. Surgical will be fine, right? Like, we could take a Titan out of their deck, or, like, Ghost Quarter, or Fulminator the Valakut, and then take those away. Am I supposed to just, like, play in Flashback Lingering Souls here? That's probably the best for applying pressure, right? It's the hardest, like, one mountain kills the Siege Rhino. So it's probably just supposed to be Lingering Souls. There are a lot of cards that just, like, start killing us here, right? They pay for their Summoner's Pack, sure. Sure. Things we're not attacking with this turn, Treetop Village. So we're gonna attack with all these spirits. We're not out of this game just yet either, which is sweet. Oh. Yep. So we're probably gonna see this mow down 2 spirits. They're gonna go 10. Yep. And the Siege Rhino is gonna put them to 7. What do you need? So if they just draw like running mountains here, we could be okay. But if they draw prime time, derp derp derp. See derp derp derp. The red-green Valakut deck is very, very good, right? Like they had to draw exactly one of their 7 Primeval Titans there. Otherwise, we had them in 2. We needed 2 bricks out of them. So let's begin sideboarding. Abrupt Decays are less than stellar. Fatal Push is less than stellar. Correct. Yes, we were in a fine spot. If they had, you want water? No. You don't know what you want. Collective Brutality's fine. Liliana, the Last Hope's not particularly good. Fulminator Mage is fine. Surgical Extraction is fine. Ghost Quarter's fine. Cast Out's probably fine. It like accelerates our delirium count, and it can like tag a Primeval Titan. This is probably the configuration. The Scavenging Ooze probably isn't good enough. I could bring in the Reclamation Sage because sometimes they have Core Serve Crew fixed post board. It seems reasonable. Let's give this a go. I think I could see the Maelstrom Pulse being fine too. Maybe the Maelstrom Pulse is better than the Reclamation Sage for when they just like cast the Titan and we need to attack through it. Just usually when they cast Titan, we die. Yeah, the Pulse is probably ideal. One little, 2 little, 3 little mountains, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little mountains. Eidolon is good. I would argue that you are incorrect. Please make a case for why you feel the Eidolon is good. And I will feel free to try and disagree with you. This hand is fine. Traverse is a second land. We're just going to top this and then basically fetch it away, right? Yeah, because we're just going to fetch for that on turn 1. So let's Bauble, see what their top card is. Just so we can make an educated decision on our discard spell based on what the top card of their deck is as well. Primal Command. I'd love to pay 2 life. I would like to Inquisition you. 1 target. Thragtusk and Obstinate Baloth. Okay. Take my legal target. We might play Commander at some point. I don't even think it's particularly good then. Hey, look at that. We drew a Blooming Marsh too, so maybe this Traverse can get a threat here at some point. This Collective Brutality is going to take the Primal Command out of their hand. Oh, geez, and we get to discard this Lingering Souls? That sounds great. So yeah, escalate with 2 modes. Oh, look at that. It already chose the 2 for me. Alright, so we're going to choose you. Choose you. We're going to bin this Lingering Souls to the escalation cost so we can flash it back next turn. Take this command away. That was a fantastic draw for my opponent. They wanted to draw a piece of 2-mana acceleration there. Alright, Tarmogoyf's a good draw for us. Sign me up, I guess. Things that are bigger than a Baloth. Declan Scott, you're not supposed to have that. Can you give that back, please? No, you're a tiny monster. So they're holding that because they can sacrifice. So their 2 cards are Thragtusk Baloth right now. So let's go ahead and Thoughtseize them and take their Thragtusk away. Don't take the Baloth. You'll have a bad time. I could have traversed for a land and then played the Tarmogoyf, but I kind of wanted to hold the Goyf in case we... and hold the Traverse in case we wanted to... in case we wanted to... what's the word I'm looking for? Use it to get a threat later, but we did lose some tempo here because, like, now we can't play our Lingering Souls this turn, which we would have been able to do if we would have played the Traverse last turn. I don't know, I think the upside is there to wait on it. We have lost a small bit of tempo because of it. So, I mean, we're in a good position here. We know they have a Baloth. That's fine. The Siege Rhino, hopefully we hit an untapped land next turn for this Rhino. Seriously? Oh, that's fine, right? Like, yeah, we just... Okay, perfect. We needed to flash back the souls this turn anyways, because the Relic was going to get us otherwise, so let's just do that. Am I attacking for 4 here? I feel like I'm just attacking for 4 here. If they're going to kill us, usually they kill us by a lot. More what? You want pretzels? Oh, children. Yeah, that's fine. I'll avoid that one. I'm sure they're just going to pop the Relic here in a second. So the next mountain will start shooting us. Oh, the Relic's going to shrink the Goyf too. That's awkward. Poor little Tarmogoyf. Okay, we found a Fulminator Mage. I guess I just attack here and, like, force them to pop the Relic. Oh, this was a mistake. I think... Am I playing the Fulminator Mage out here? I guess I'm playing the Fulminator Mage here, so I should probably have played that pre-combat, because then I get... I'm pretty sure we're just supposed to kill the Valakut. So, like, I missed a point of damage here because of my sequencing. Or 2 points of damage, right? Yeah, so if I would have played the Fulminator Mage pre-combat, I could have sacrificed to kill the Valakut after he Relic'd, and then gotten in 2 points there. So, pretty poor mis-sequencing on my part. Search for tomorrow, sure. Sure. So they should be at 14. If we lose this game by 2 points, it's our fault. Farseek, sure, perfect. So attack with everything here. They'll block this and then sacrifice that to get a thing. Oh, I guess we should have waited, right? Because they're going to block and sack this anyways. So now I don't know the top card that's coming off their deck. A lot of really small sequencing mistakes. Okay, that being said, Battle Cattle's about to hit the table here and put them to 11. And if they were at, like, that 2 points we missed, like, right? Like, if they're at 9, they just, like, could die here. Relic, sure. The old terrifying redraws. Sure. Yep. Oh, geez, I did it again. That's fine. We're not attacking with the Tarmogoyf anyways, right? Yeah. Let's attack with these. So if they were at 3 here, they'd be dead on board. So crack this fetch land to make this Tarmogoyf deal an extra point of damage. And they would die here if we hadn't missed the 2 points on the Tarmogoyf turn earlier. Alright, we got there anyway, so didn't get punished for our miss sequence in that game. Game 3. Do I want to change anything? Probably not. None of these cards sound particularly exciting. You need Delirium in order for Traverse to get a creature, just for reference. And we did not things we did not have. All right, I'm just like, you're so annoying, you're so obnoxious, and so like every interaction I've ever had with you, Lee June, is annoying. So now you're annoying and you're wrong. So I'm just gonna get you out of here. It's just. God, I love banning people. It's so good. I love banning people that are stupid. That's my favorite. So what do we got here? We got a prime time. Man, their hand's pretty good. This hand's really good. We have Collective Brutality to rip the Through the Breach out of their hand. We're probably just supposed to take the Sakura Tri-Builder, right? Well, I guess if we take the Farseek, the Sakura Tri-Builder has to get a basic. That's probably better for us. I think I'd rather them have a basic. Okay, so Arid Mesa's gone. They're going to cast a Sakura Tri-Builder here in a second. Yep. So we'll have 4 mana next turn. Hopefully we hit a Black Source in our next 2 draws so we can Fulminator this Valakut on time. That, man, this basic Plains, let me tell you what. I mean, yeah, Fulminator Extractus Valakut would be a lovely line if it was available to us. Am I just supposed to Brutality them this turn? And take the Through the Breach away? Yeah, right? So strange. It's so strange. I think we're supposed to just Brutality them here. Hold on one second. Declan. Give those to Dad. Thank you. Maybe not for little boys. So, look, I'm just playing a deck list that's card for card, something Wily posted. So, if you have questions about, I changed 1 card and it was at his recommendation, actually. So, we have a Treetop as a creature land. Yeah, right? We put it in here exactly for this situation, so we could not cast our stuff. It's probably just Brutality. Since we know they have a target for it. We need to draw a land next turn to play the Fulminator Mage anyways. I guess this means we can't Grim Flayer next turn, but, like, we need to Collective Brutality next turn anyways. This way, if we draw the black source, we can curve nicely. I'll go ahead and take the Through the Breach here. Yep, so they have... So, no, gaining life with Brutality doesn't do anything in this matchup. When they kill us by a lot. So that was not actually the mountain that we knew they had, so we know the contents of their hand still. Pro tip, play with all the same lands. I'm pretty sure that's a different mountain. I could be incorrect. Okay, so our hand is just super, super awkward. Just can't really do much of anything here. Need to hit a Traverse or a Black Source next turn so we can play this Fulminator Mage that surgically extract these Valakuts. Chandra. Okay, well, we might die. We're probably dead even if we do get to take out their Valakuts. Yeah, Thoughtseize would be an okay draw too. You're not wrong. Draw step surgical. What does that do? Nothing? Oh, you mean do the Valakut surgical during the draw step. That's fair. You should do that in case they draw the Valakut for the turn. That is correct. Oh, Declan, children, let me tell you what. This is why Dad does more streams at night than when you're napping. It feels like it doesn't matter what deck I play, we're just going to die to the Valakut deck, because all the decks I enjoy playing die to the big mana decks. Yep. Yeah, I'm very dead. Had the spells we needed that game and did not have the mana, the colors that we needed. Let's see if Magic Online will let me see if they're coming anytime soon. Nope, maybe. The draw card is a lie. Moto, please! Moto, please! Yeah, apparently the draw card is a lie. Alright, let's try it again. Alright. I mean, yep, this is a hand we can keep. I think we're just supposed to Thoughtseize on one. And I think we're supposed to get Overgrown Tomb so we can Traverse on two here for another land. It's the old Lava Axe myself, go. Well, so much for taking away their 2-drop. We can just kill... We can just block Tarmogoyf to Tarmogoyf, right? So we just want to take a Snapcaster Mage. That's going to generate value later. Man, I can't even remember the last time I played a Tarmogoyf mirror. Cast one of these. Get our planes. Play this Treetop Village tapped. This Treetop Village is just like 2 for 2 on being poop soup, right? Just like wrong colors, coming into play tap, just like constantly miserable. We know they still have a swamp in their hand. I feel like I'm supposed to traverse again here for a swamp. It enables Siege Rhino and Liliana, so that's probably correct. Is the green-black creature line unreasonable? I have no idea. Like I said, I'm just playing card for card what Edel played. Dark Confidant. That's pretty good. Alright, get a little Tarmogoyf Bounceroonie here. We're probably just going like Goyf next turn, right? Inquisition. We know they have a Snapcaster in their hand. Probably just supposed to go Goyf. I mean, like, Treetop Village, like, is a 3-mana, 3 damage conversion rate, right? Like, it's hard to keep up with that. Like, Hissing Quagmire is a 4-mana, 2 damage conversion rate. Was it May 15? Got a Thought Scour here. Flash in Snapcaster Mage. That's aggressive. Okay. Inquisition, sure. Like, that doesn't take my battle cattle. We're at 9, Burgle. Like, they've got 2 Goyfs. They're at 9. Like, if I leave 3 Goyfs back, they can't attack profitably. Like, we get to double 1 Goyf and then bounce another and take 4. So, like, they trade a Tarmogoyf for 4 points of damage. Okay, so we don't know either of the last 2 cards in their hand. They have an Abrupt Decay here. Another Dark Confidant, sure. Cast out. I think we just hope these Bobs kill them, basically, right? Just like play Siege Rhino, hope Dark Confidant's killed by opponent at some point. Magic Online is the most convenient way to play Magic from your home. That's why we're here. Man, Thoughtseize is pretty good for us, too. Snap Inquisition? Sure. My Inquisition is gone. There's 1 cast out in the deck. I have no idea. Again, you know, people, as someone who's had a lot of success with a lot of different decks and like had people ask me questions about those decks afterwards, the amount of people who love to change cards in deck lists they've literally never played just because like they feel it's right without having played a game, it's just like blows. Oh, you know what's really good? The second Siege Rhino. It's a shame we only have 2 of this card. Let's just thud. Nice Thoughtseize, opponent. Dark Confidant, so powerful. Much wow. I'll be playing the Team Open in Louisville next weekend. Shadow of Doubt, yep. Are you doubting your decisions, opponent, to play the second Dark Confidant? We have a Liliana, the Last Hope, in our board. It's going to be real good in this matchup. Foot and Mouth with the 10-month resubscription. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Welcome back. Look, the Battle Cattle, he brings the beatdown, okay? They might not have cards over too bad in their deck. That's fine. Like, they can't even, like, get frisky with these Tarmogoyfs now because I've got, like, trampling Battle Cattles here. But, like, they're at 4, so, like, they kind of need to be frisky. I would love to play this Liliana of the Veil and start ticking it up. You're not sacrificing a creature, because then you'll get to sacrifice a Dark Confidant, and no one wants that. Isn't he dead to an alpha? No? That's not how combat works. Things that don't work. Blocking. These Goyfs are 6/7s, right? Like, they just like, get to chump my Tarmogoyfs, eat my Rhinos, and then kill me on the backswing. Fatal push my Dark Confidant. Yep. That's definitely the life my opponent is living right now. Ah, God, what a lucker. I love that we're streaming Magic Online in the morning for the first time, so people are like, what's going on? Like, I've done I've done over half a dozen Magic Online streams in the last week for reference, folks. For reference. So if you enjoy Magic Online content, you should check out my YouTube channel. They're all archived on there. We've played a bunch of Modern and Legacy. Should definitely check those out. Am I attacking with everything yet? I feel like I'm not at that point in my life quite yet. Oh, the fetch land crack. Yeah, you thin a land out of your deck and you go to 3? Man, the stones on this opponent, they're sizable cojones. God bless America. My country. Oh, they're playing Death Shadow. That's... Okay, that's cute, I guess. That's cute. This Liliana's like going tick tick boom, right? Don't adjust that dial, folks. It's really me. We're playing Magic Online. I mean, like, Death Shadow is literally the Splinter Twin of this format, right? So just, like, put it into everything. Just how many lands are in your deck? I love how we revealed the Polluted Delta, but then played the Verdant Catacomb for the lulz. Alright, are you ready for my favorite game? This is my favorite game in all of Magic. It's where my opponent picks between whether or not they want their lands or whether or not they want their things. Either way, I believe my opponent dies here. So we're going to put the Death Shadow and the Tarmogoyfs in one pile. And we're going to put everything else in the other. Okay, opponent realizes they're dead. Liliana of the Veil, everyone. Powerful magic card. Engineered Explosives sounds wonderful. Maelstrom Pulse sounds wonderful. Damnation sounds fine. Last Hope sounds fine. What doesn't sound great? Collective Brutality sounds miserable. Discard spells sound miserable. Gotta bring one more card in here. I guess I could leave one Brutality in as like a way to gain some life. It does kill Dark Confidant on 2, which is probably fine for us. I could bring in the Eidolon. That doesn't sound terrible, actually. They've got Snapcaster Mage in their deck. Yeah, I'm going to bring in Eidolon, actually. Eidolon, bro. Eidolon, Tid. Pretty easy mulligan here. Just like no second resource. We can't cast any of our cards. This sounds like not exciting, but it's on the draw with a Scry, and we have a Mishra's Bauble too, so I think it's 10 out of 10 a keep. Would love to have a white land there, but like beggars won't be choosers. Uh-oh. No, don't take my Mishra's Bauble, opponent. Have a heart. Have a heart! Don't take my Mishra's Bauble. Use a card renting service for Magic Online. I use MTGO Traders. They are the stream sponsor, and they help enable our Magic Online addiction. Have I played Eternal recently? Alright, I have a review of Eternal here. Let's add a command for that one. So check that out if you want my thoughts on Eternal. Man, opponent left in all their discard spells in the green-black mirror. So hopefully we'll get to punish them for making that mistake at some point. If they draw all their discard spells early, we won't get to punish them for it, obviously. But if they break off a little bit, it's, you know, another excellent draw here. Can cast this Lingering Souls on 3. Overgrown Tomb with this. Or Overgrown Tomb, sorry. Godless Shrine, the white-black one. It's been a while since we've moderned. I have no idea. I've never tried a card renting. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna like push this off a ledge, right? And I'm gonna fetch Shock and path this. Yeah, like, these matches always come down to everyone just running each other out of resources by, like, playing your threats and, like, killing your opponent's threats and, like, one-for-one-ing each other a bunch. And, like, whoever has the last threat stick on the table is really what matters. So, like, if you draw a discard spell after, like, turn like 5, like, everyone's hands are empty. I'm not going to crack this Mishra's Bauble yet, because I don't want a card in my hand during their turn when they could play a discard spell or a Liliana of the Veil. So we're going to crack this at their end step, so we draw a second card on my turn. Creeping Torpid firing up is great for us. That means they don't have anything else going on. Isn't it better to path the Death Shadow? Do they have any kind of recursion? I don't know what's objectively correct there or not. Let's look at the top card of their deck. They have a Snapcaster Mage coming up. Where's my Eidolon, bro? Another Lingering Souls. Sure. I'm just going to go ahead and play this other Lingering Souls, I think. They could, like, snap a Thoughtseize here. If they want to snap a Thoughtseize on their turn, I'm okay with that. The Snapcaster body really doesn't matter with all these souls. Yeah, they could have New Lily, right? But we're going to get to, like, overwhelm them with all these Lingering Souls, most likely. I guess they could theoretically have Damnation here, right? I'm going to flash this back just because it puts lethal on the table. If we get remanded, I'm going to be tilted a little bit. Shadow of Doubt, sure. Alright, apparently they don't have Damnation in their deck. Up 1-1 now. Not the worst. Lost a bad matchup. Won what's probably a good matchup. Usually the Abzan decks are favored against these other fair decks. Again, just mono. It's so weird. Our 19-land deck always has one and no landers at 7. It feels so strange. Yeah, keep, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to SCG Atlanta in July. It'll probably depend on how the KY Open goes next weekend. The people that I regularly play Paper Magic with are playing less Paper Magic and playing more Hex TCG. So, like, if I want to keep up and keep playing enough Magic, if I don't have people to play with in Paper, I need to play online. Actually, the lack of people available to play Paper is the reason why. That's, like, why most people end up on Magic Online, right? Like, if we all had infinite people to play Paper Magic with, we probably wouldn't be here. But, like, this is just, like, the most convenient way to get in games of Magic. Could be a Blood Moon deck. Could be a Blood Moon deck. I think Abzan is just strictly worse than, or Jund is just strictly worse than Abzan at this point. I don't think that's a stretch to say. I don't know. This deck seems like a version of Abzan I could enjoy because it's got like a sweet little toolbox in it, but literally these are the first games I've played with it. I'm playing with Kent Ketter and Matt Bamonte. I'm going to be playing Legacy for my team. Yeah, maybe at some point. We played a Saheeli Nahiri combo deck last week on stream. You can check the archives on the YouTube channel. I have a lot of things I want to play at some point. It's like only so much time in the day, though. If I knew what I was going to play, I probably still wouldn't tell you, but the actual answer is I'm not 100% sure what I'm playing yet. Yeah, probably a Blood Moon deck here, so I'm going to leave this uncracked for now. There are links to all of my deck lists below the stream. Big giant button says MTG decks. If you're on mobile, tap the screen, press the I button for information. Never mind, opponents playing Storm. Sleight of hand means storm. Traverse. Well, we're playing this tapped. I'm just passing here again. This leaves us path up in case they have a 2-2. The fact that Abzan has 2 good 1 mana removal spells is really good now. Like, Path and Fatal Push together are really efficient. Storm can mean Blood Moon. Storm generally doesn't mean Blood Moon game 1, though. You're not wrong. I mean, I assume we're dead here, right? Like, on a scale of 1 to dead, the Electromancer coming down almost certainly means dead. I'd love to shock myself. Let's try not to use that word like that. It's really inappropriate. I'll double check and make sure this is in the Dex folder. Equinox with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you and welcome. And I added it to the Stream Decks folder just in case. Just gonna get this out of here. The problem with Mardu is just like Tarmogoyf's great, right? Like Tarmogoyf's great. It's the TLDR on that. I guess we could technically get remanded here, but that doesn't do a whole lot, right? Because then they're going to be out of mana. What if we didn't get to play? Yeah, like, and even, yeah, Grim Flayer's a good one too now, right? Like, Grim Flayer's just like an excellent Magic card. That's actually probably pretty good draw. Bojuka Bog. I'm going to path this during my opponent's upkeep. I guess this exposes us to another remand, but I think I'd rather deny them the mana. They usually only have 2 to 3 remand in their deck, so I think this is fine. We could definitely get punished and die for waiting on this. Yep, me. Oh, good, they're just gifting. That's fine. That's fine. They were probably going to get to gifts this turn. They would have gotten to gifts this turn anyways if I would have pathed them on my turn. Electromancer makes their spells cost 1 less. That's why the gifts cost 3 here and the remand cost 1, for reference. Maybe I'm supposed to save the Bojuka Bog for after the first one. I think we're just supposed to ditch the rituals. I mean, like, that's reasonable, right? You know what? We're supposed to lead on Liliana of the Veil here, because this allows us to... Basically, they have to make a decision for the Liliana, not knowing that they're going to be losing another card out of their hand. We'll bin the Traverse here. That way we can play Siege Rhino next turn. Hey, Elspeth. There's a good chance we're just dead next turn, too, like, through this. Oh, okay. This deck isn't playable. Look, I am just playing card for card what Edel said was good, right? Bin this and Traverse for Skews. That's an okay line. It's not terrible. Okay, maybe that's right. Like, it's really slow to get Skews going, though, right? Like, I only have 2 green sources. Like, I'm not going to be able to activate Skews next turn. God, that's annoying. He's got 2 of these idiots. So I guess I'm just supposed to take the Manamorphose then, right? I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to take the Metamorphose here since it's technically a ritual since they have 2 idiots. A scale of 1 to dead. We're probably still dead here. I get to cast gifts again this turn. Just get like infinite more stuff. Maybe, Bob. I mean, we get to draw another card, I think. Sure. That's actually a pretty good draw. Spare deck is for paper magic. That is correct. And I use them for a lot of my... I don't actually own that many paper magic cards, so I use spare deck for most of my stuff. They don't do legacy cards, but you can get any standard or modern deck from them. Okay, sure. Oh, they get to loot here, too. Okay. Ha. That's awkward. Am I still supposed to take the gifts here, right? And, like, I still have to go down here, because if I don't go down, they get to flashback Past in Flames, go Ritual, Metamorphose. I think we just have to Edict them still. There might have been merit to Edicting them pre there, before casting the Thoughtseize. And we're just, like, flailing around here, right? We probably missequenced the Bojuka Bog. I jumped the gun on using that. We should have waited until we had a Past in Flames in the bid. So they can shock themselves here, and then we're dead now, right? They go Baral into flashback, Past in Flames, into Ritual, Manamorphose, Grape Shot us. Dead on board. Explain? Storm counts 4 right now. Oh, Grape Shot, Remand, Grape Shot. Sure, that's a sweet line. What you got? What you got? What you got? Opponent figuring out in what manner we are dead. I think we're supposed to cut the paths in this matchup. I'm going to make them show me that they know how the remand works. So they get to remand their Grape Shot and then re-Grape Shot us here. They just have another Grape Shot. Just pass some flames again. Oh, and they cast the Grape Shot again. Sure. Game opponent. Brutality seems fine. Surgical Extraction seems fine. Last Hope does not seem particularly good. Eidolon of Rhetoric seems fine. And just trim these paths. Want as much interaction as possible. It's like, what am I trimming then? Rhino seems slow. That's fair. I think Siege Rhino is better than Lingering Souls, though, right? Cast Out's good is there to accelerate their traverse, so I think we're supposed to keep the Cast Out there as a cycle at a Delirium type to the Crypt. I don't hate just cutting those. Explosives can kill Blood Moon, too. So it's 21 cards. I'm gonna trim a path. I'm gonna trim a path. Pulse is fine. I guess I could buy that for $1. Rex Sage lets Traverse kill Blood Moon. Like, there's 10 out of 10 going to be... It's not that good, actually. Nope, you can't play that combo on Magic Online, so I haven't tested it at all. My paper group's been kind of MIA, so... Just gonna go ahead and make sure we're Blood Moon proof here from the bat. Just go ahead and fetch basic forest here and then traverse for swamp. Do you think I'm supposed to hold this to wait, or hold that to wait for a different thing? I kind of want to just be... you can't play that online because the combo doesn't work. A big part of generating infinite mana is just saying, hey, I'm going to repeat this loop a bunch, and now I have infinite mana, so you'll time out at Magic Online more often than not. Yeah, sure, but like there's no guarantee that like if I hold the Traverse there, I get to play it on 3 with the Grim Flayer. And, like, I can't play the Eidolon until 4, right? And, like, if they play Blood Moon, I'm just, like, locked out of the game. Man, look how good this ended up for us. I'm not saying what I did was right, but it's definitely working out. I'm probably obligated to hold Abrupt Decay here, aren't I? I mean, that's pretty good. So we're binning the Grim Flayer to add another type to the Crypt. Do I want to keep both of these? Yeah, I think I keep these. We could die here, but I think I'm just supposed to play the Liliana, so that way I can make this a 4/4. Alright, kill me. Welcome to Modern, enjoy your stay. Ask the ever pivotal question. Yay, we're not dead! They played Serum Visions! Not dead. I'm not dead yet! Let's Thoughtseize them so we can get an educated opinion on what we want to do with this Grim Flayer. We even take a pass in Flames here so we can Bojuka Bog them, which is kind of sweet. These are all good cards. What happened, right? We lost $24 playing Magic Online last night, JW. So I need to make some of that money back. Which spell? Dispel right here. So I guess I'm just taking the gifts here. Is it worth Bojuka Bogging them? Fatal Push, Temple Garden. I think I want to bin the push at this point. I'm probably okay with the rest of these. Put this on top and put that on top. I think I want to just bog them here. And hold the bog. I am playing in a VM. Magic Online does not run on superior operating systems. There's in fact uno mas operating system, a single one. Moto doesn't run properly on anything. It doesn't run at all on non-Windows. Alright, so they played the Steam Vents, they played that, so we know they have Ritual, Grape Shot, Boreal in their hand right now. Nope, yep, still there, as always. Okay. Okay. Are we grape shotting to kill my Grim Flayer? I mean, like, I'm just being honest, right? Like, I'm playing Magic Online because it's the most convenient way to play Magic. Like that's like there's no denying that. Like it's super convenient. All right, and now we're gonna kill this, and then we'll edict this, and then we'll bog them. At least when you're playing games, like, the interface runs reasonably quickly. Like, I just get, like, mono lockups when I'm playing, on, when I'm, like, trying to, like, access my collection and, like, add cards and stuff. It's really miserable. What am I supposed to do here? I think we're just running it back. Yeah, just running it back. This hand seems great. Opponent mulligan, sign me up. Got Scavenging Ooze, Brutality, Spot Removal. This is a deck list that Wily Edel put together and was testing for a little while. This is 2 cards off of what Edel posted on his website. I added a cast out at his recommendation, and I added an Eidolon to the board for the Storm matchup. I would just like to say good morning, afternoon, good night to everyone. Thanks for Choose to spend part of your day here with us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a TCG player and content producer. You've landed here at my Twitch page, maybe my YouTube page in the future. If you're new here and you're enjoying what you see, I'd encourage you to show a little support by using the follow button there on your screen. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my work. Opponent went top, bottom there. We're supposed to take the sleight of hand here, right? I think their hand just, like, doesn't do anything. Like, sleight of hand can help them sculpt things for next turn, so I'm pretty sure it's this one. I'm pretty sure it's just sleight of hand. I like that Moto Reveal shows the cards that you look in their hand there now. That's great. It's a very, very good upgrade. And then, yep, let's just go Blooming Marsh into Scavenging Ooze here. I mean, with the Scavenging Ooze, Past in Flames isn't completely unreasonable. Do you want one of these on? Thank you for asking. They could just, like, go spell, Grape Shot, kill the Scavenging Ooze. Like, if they have a ritual here. Or, like, Manamorphose. Manamorphose, kill the Scavenging Ooze. Is there a way to lose this game? Yeah, definitely. Getting Blood Moon here would be real bad for us. 10 out of 10. Gonna, like, fold up like a cheap chair to a Blood Moon. Sure. Oh, that's actually pretty good for us, right? Because we get to Collective Brutality with some modes here. Oh, no, they get to Grape Shot this? Yeah, pretty sure they just Grape Shot here, right? Like, take the Scavenging Ooze out. Whoa, are they going for it? Seriously? We have an Engineer Explosives to clean up empty. God. For everyone asking how we lose, welcome to Modern. Enjoy your stay. Come on, don't hit a ritual. Don't hit a ritual. Don't hit a ritual. Ritual would jump them up to 5. Yeah, if they hit a ritual here, we probably die. Because if they hit a ritual, they could Past in Flames and then flash back the Manamorphose and the rituals. I mean, the Storm deck's very good, right? Like, again, that's like the downside to playing an interactive deck like what we're doing. Like, Modern's a giant pit of racing linear decks, and we're not trying to be linear, we're trying to interact. Okay, that could have gone worse for us. Could definitely have gone worse. We know their last card is Past in Flames here. Alright, so I'm going to play this out so that way we can fetch a basic in case they draw Blood Moon next turn. But I think we're just supposed to play this, discard the Abrupt Decay, and take the Past in Flames out of their hand. So we know their last card is Past in Flames, and kill one of their idiots here. I don't really need to gain life. I don't have an extra card I want to discard. We could die if we Eon too. So I think we want to just, like, take the Past in Flames out of their hand and kill an Electromancer here. Target opponent, target creature. I could play Liliana here. And, like, take the Past in Flames out of the hand. But then they just attack the Liliana and kill it, so that seems bad too. I think I want to get the Liliana active here. Take that one. I kind of want the land, I think. I think I want the land. Oh, this is a 1/3? Thank you for pointing that out. I thought this was a 2/2. I just, like, had it in my mind that it was a 2/2. Thank you. I haven't actually, like, dead to Ritual still. Are we dead to Ritual? Ritual would put them to 5, and then this costs 4. Sure. Still dead to Ritual either way. Storm Deck's real good. Okay, the fact that this is a 1-3 and wouldn't have killed the Liliana maybe makes playing Liliana correct last turn. Opponent in the tank here. The Serum Visions went 1 card on top, 2 cards on top. That's probably not good for us. We have 4 copies of Traverse that are basically additional lands. I could play Collective Brutality can't kill this, right? Because it's a 1-3. So what am I thinking about here? I'm just gonna fetch a basic Plains and then, or basic Swamp. Sure, basic Swamp. I have a white source there. Don't have a remand. I think it's just Liliana minus. If Collective Brutality could kill this. Yep. I think I have to hold the Engineered Explosives here. Because if we draw a Plains, Engineered Explosives lets us kill this. This lets us kill a Electromancer. Technically, this does too. Yeah, we only have 2 basics in our deck, though. Unfortunately, we never had an opportunity to fetch a basic forest here, because then Traverse would be good. Yeah, we're just going to bin this land for now. Hopefully they don't have, like, Echoing Truth in their deck. Or, like, racing this Liliana against them drawing enough lands to, like, Past in Flames and go off. With them only getting 1 card a turn, we're kind of in an okay spot. At a certain point, we're going to be able to trade this for their lands, basically. I'm pretty sure we're just supposed to keep discarding these creatures that we're drawing and keeping the Collective Brutality around. So that way, if they draw a Goblin Electromancer, we can Brutality to kill it and keep ticking the Liliana up. Like anything other than a basic land is... Engineered Explosives just killing that? Probably. Did I just Edict this and then I'm up a card? I think I just Edict this and then I'm up a card. That enters as a mountain, so it doesn't do anything. Am I bidding the Bog here? If I kill the Blood Moon, I'm probably winning anyways, so the Bog's not doing a lot. Man, I'm glad they don't have another land. Traverse doesn't do anything. If Traverse was going to do something, then we'd have a forest, then we could just Reclamation Sage and do other stuff. Okay, yep. Fair. I just surgically extract the Past in Flames, right? They can't go off without Past in Flames? Do I take the Past in Flames or the Grape Shot here? What do we think? I have a basic forest. Is it Past in Flames or Grape Shot? Vote in chat. It's Past in Flames, but like Past in Flames is by gut, right? Just remember to click the one that's in their discard pile too. I have multiple empties in their deck. Weird. No card. Oh, Magic Online. Oh, I should have done it on their draw. Well, I mean, if they draw a Pest in Flames, it doesn't matter because like Liliana just gets rid of it. All right. I think at this point, I just bin the Collective Brutality, right? Or the Sage doesn't do much. Yeah, I'm just gonna bin the Sage since I have the EE. All right, and that draw means I'm gonna bin the Brutality. We've engineered explosives, it's fine. I'm gonna take this to 7 before we use it, so that way we could do like their lands versus their blood moons. Sure. They don't have another blue mana here, so they're kind of limited on what they can take. Sure. They didn't have any lightning bolts in their deck, so they did like to draw exactly Grape Shot. Moons plus a mountain? Really? I think they're going to keep the moons. I guess if they keep the moons, that's good for us. Alright, now I'm going to put a mountain with the moons. They only have one island left in their deck after this. Alright. Sure, got him. We're 2-1 now. Lost a bad matchup. Beat Storm, beat a Death Shadow deck. I'd like to say good morning, afternoon, good night to everyone wherever you're in the world. Thanks for spending part of your day here with us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I am a TCG player and content producer, and you've landed at my Twitch channel or maybe my YouTube page in the future. If you're enjoying what you see, I'd encourage you to show a little support by using that follow button there on your screen. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my work. If you're really enjoying what you see and you want to help me produce more of this content, there's a couple different ways you can do that. The first is by subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. Both of those help support myself financially directly so I can spend more time producing content and less time doing other work to make money for kids and things and, you know, life expenses. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. You're going to be buying Magic and Magic-related things anyways. You might as well do it for my sponsors and help support my stuff here. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you're buying singles from them and you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout, you'll save 8% on your orders there. You can customize your gaming experience at inkedgaming.com. Use code Jeff12 at checkout there to save 12% on all of your orders of custom playmats and mouse pads and stuff. SpareDeck.com would love to rent you a standard or modern paper Magic deck, and you can rent a deck for anywhere from a weekend up until a month, and they usually cost about 10 to 15% the cost of owning the deck in paper. You can also check out mtgcardmarket.com for all of your paper Magic needs, and if you check the sponsors button down below the stream and the stream information, you'll be able to find discount codes for all those services there. Yep, it's pretty easy mulligan. 19 land hand, doing it live. 19 land deck, doing it live. Yeah, this hand's pretty good, right? We get Scry. We don't have to play. We're not playing Death Shadow because Wily Edel didn't play Death Shadow, and this is Wily Edel's deck list. Just playing card for card our deck list. Would love to keep this hand. I would like to bottom a land. So, we won the die roll, so I'm going to go ahead and Mishra's Bauble myself here, because this lets me check and see what the top card of my deck is here. Cast Out. I don't actually know if that's going to be good. That's probably going to be fine on average at, like, cycles, worst case. Declan Scott! What is wrong? Do you need help? Can you bring it here? I'll help you. Instead of just screaming, child. Okay. That's a living end hand. We're going to take the Violent Outburst. Oh, right, I don't have to screenshot this anymore. It's actually an improvement. I just get to open this up here. I'm so used to, like, whipping out the screenshot tool. Willie. It's Willie Edel. Sure. Yeah, you're right. It is Willie. Yeah. Apologies. Yeah, right? Just like no lands on 7, 3 on 6 every time. Death Shadow, Burn, nah, it's probably Death Shadow, Affinity Dredge. Are probably the top 3. Ooh, another Bauble. We're just gonna look at the top card of their deck here, because we're gonna crack a fetch anyways. At least there wasn't a Fulminator. Yep, glass half full, love it. But Dredge got banned, right? What about Lantern? What about Lantern? I think Lantern is probably in one of the worst positions it's been in a long time because Affinity is good. I did not say I would never play Magic Online again. I would say I would play it when it got better, and it's not perfect, but it's definitely better than when we left. Like, this Revealed Hand Zone's a perfect example of things being better than when we left. Abrupt Decay, that card's really useful. It's not very useful. Well, let's start by cycling this. Really need a discard spell here. Things that is not a discard spell. Okay, well, we get to attack for 6 here, but our opponent's gonna get to Violent Outburst next turn, so doesn't feel good. I don't think the format's changed enough for it to be bad, Wizard Kids. Oh no! They made my Goyf smaller. Abrupt Decay owned Goyf. Oh god, thank you. I definitely would have missed that, so thank you, Burgle. No joke. Like, no jokes, thank you. Abrupt Decay or Goyf is a good line. That's gonna be bigger than most of their things. Thank you. I've not played these green-black... I've literally never played the green-black archetype against Living End before. And we're definitely... I mean, I don't know that we're necessarily still dead, right? Oh, Swamp Walk. Oh, yeah, they got plenty of Swamp Walkers. This matchup has to be, like, unreasonably bad, right? Like, on a scale of 1 to terrible. Like, our graveyard hate's not even good here. I'm just... if they didn't have 2 Street Wraiths and a Fairy Macabre in there, I guess we could block the Macabre with this, but, like, we're just gonna be dead to the Street Wraiths fairly quickly, so... Yeah, Eidolon's fine. I don't know about better. Less bad might be the appropriate. Fulminator Mage comes in. Maelstrom Pulse comes in. Damnation definitely comes in. Fatal Push seems medium minus. Abrupt Decay seems medium minus. Liliana the Veil seems terrible. Liliana the Last Hope actually flips our idiots over into our discard pile and leaves them there. That doesn't seem terrible. Why did Maelstrom Pulse come in? Because they often have a lot of duplicates of idiots, right? And we get to clean them up that way. Cast out slow. I don't think it's worth keeping around. Siege Rhino is just like a good-sized body. Most don't want to cut. Cast out is bad. Sure, yep, that's gone. Lingering Souls is kind of clunky. Fulminator's great. You can sacrifice your Fulminator in response to their living ends to get them back. So you can like kind of go toe-to-toe with their land destruction game plan. Sure. Like we had Lingering Souls too. You're right. It dies to the Mentor. Again, that's not the reason why we conceded. We conceded because of the two Swamp Walkers. I think that's what I want to do. There could be an argument for the Ghost Quarter, just to like have the extra land in our deck. I mean, like, you only have so many board cards, right? Like, sure, if you want to beat Living End, you should probably have a Nile Spellbomb somewhere, but, like, not every deck is going to beat everything, and Modern is very much a format about, like, choosing what you're beating and what you're losing to, and, like, we have a toolbox with Traverse, so, like, that helps us beat more things, but we're still going to be a dog to a lot of things. And Living End is on the menu. Like, if you're not playing a linear deck where you're planning to just race the things that you don't have sideboard cards for, you're gonna die to them. And like that's just how life goes. If you don't like that, you shouldn't play Modern. You should stick to Standard or Legacy, perhaps. Oh, this hand's so close. And, like, some people look at this hand and be like, oh, you only got 1 land, or you're only playing 19. But, like, there's not a Traverse in this hand either. So, like, we effectively have 23 lands with the Traverses. We have a random card, but this just probably isn't good enough. I'm probably just supposed to mulligan that. Sure, this hand's actually fine, right? I get to go Inquisition into Grim Flayer. Actually, Grim Flayer's really good this matchup, right? I don't actually want a Tarmogoyf at this point, I don't think. I don't want to draw one next turn. It's got Bojuka Bog in it, too. Take the Demonic Dread. That turn to life. Yeah, correct. Like, yeah, and that's fine. Like, Modern, like I said, is a format all about picking and choosing what you're beating and what you're losing to, and like, we've very clearly drawn our line in the sand on where we stand after all of this. Cycle whenever you cycle another thing that gets bigger. Sure. Oh, we can play around Swamp Walk, can't we? It's a good point. I'm gonna hit with this first. Hopefully we can enable Delirium on this Traverse. Those are actually just all bad cards. It's just been all of them. Still full mill 3, still 2 card types. I could just bog them here. I'm gonna bog them here because I want to encourage them to not Demonic Dread next turn. I feel like they might be encouraged to Demonic Dread next turn if I don't bog away that first idiot. And this way, hopefully, the Grim Flayer can connect. And then, if the Grim Flayer connects, we can enable Delirium on this. And then if we enable Delirium on this, we can get Eidolon and play it. They might still go for it here, but, like, only having 2 is kind of not a lot. Especially since I have this path in my hand. Yeah, I guess the Brutality could have taken the Dread end. The problem is, like, the discard spells aren't actually very good in this matchup because, like, the opponent's deck is just, like, all cycle cards, right? So, like, they're gonna hit it at some point. Like, you take away 1, and then, like, 2 turns later, they just, like, have another. Alright, give me some creatures, please. That's pretty good. So we just, like, bin both of these, I think. Definitely binning that. Am I binning the Scavenging Ooze? We're binning the land. We could path our own Grim Flayer, right? And then, like, leave the Scavenging Ooze on top. Oh, if we path the Grim Flayer, we're going to shuffle this away. Yeah, I'm just going to bin this. It puts 2 idiots in the crypt here for us. I actually don't hate pathing this because not only does it take the Demonic Dread target off the table, but it gives us the 4th card type in the crypt for the Traverse next turn. No, you can't cast Demonic Dread without a target. So, like, if there's not a creature in play, they can't Demonic Dread. That's how Magic works. There's probably an argument for getting the basic forest there since I have a Scavenging Ooze in the bin. Okay. Okay. Yep. Wait until our upkeep? Sure. Holy shit. Wow. We don't have another white source in our deck. Huh. That's embarrassing. Well then, super punished for my missequence there. I'm just, like, doubling this, and then I can Traverse for Siege Rhino next turn. It's a good hit, too. So I wanted to path to Exile last turn, but I messed up my fetching and didn't have a white source. These have to attack each turn, which is sweet for us. They have a Violent Outburst here. They could trade their Monstrous Carabid for my Siege Rhino. I feel like we're maneuvering into a position where we can win this game. Here, Demonic Dread, they can make it not block. Has anyone told you you're ear piercing lately? Because you are. Oh, they've told you you're ear piercing? Oh! That's a good hit for us. This means we can Liliana, down tick, get back Grim Flayer, and hold Path to Exile up. Would you like to come sit by Dad? You want to come sit by Dad? I would like this 4/4. Play this Grim Flayer. Sure. No attacks here. Both their guys have to attack next turn, so... I'm just going to trade the Grim Flayer here, because if they have a follow-up Living End, I want the Grim Flayer to come back into play. I think this is ideal for us. Yeah, the old unblockable Street Wraith, yep. More what? Mm-hmm. Give that -2 power. You want pretzel? You want that? The granola is empty. There's no more granola. Hey, Dad, don't lie to me. Like, we have the path to deal with... We should have left our basic planes up there. I tapped wrong. We have the path to deal with this if we need to, but, like, we just have this Liliana of the Veil, too. Or it's Liliana of the Last Hope. Can you say hi to the internet, Declan? This is my youngest. Declan is 2. Almost 2. He'll be 2 on the 15th. Another Street Wraith, sure. Am I pathing this? No, nothing. Okay. Oh, they're just dead on the backswing here, right? God, you know what's great? Siege Rhino's great, right, Declan? Say, Siege Rhino's great, dude! Who doesn't love a battle cattle? Who doesn't love some battle cattle? Moo cow, don't bother me. Moo cow, don't bother me. Moo cow. Mom's home, huh? You go say hi? Mom came home for lunch? The Siege Rhinoceros! Ooh, we get a game 3. That's exciting. That's exciting. I'm sure he would love to eat whatever you plan to eat for lunch. Ooh, what's this?
Potatoes. Do you want a dipping sauce?
Sure.
We might have ketchup, or ranch, or honey mustard, or buffalo.
I'll do honey mustard. That sounds great. Or ranch, one of the two. I don't think we want to change anything here. Goyf doesn't have trample. Could you imagine if Goyf had trample? Mom brought food for you. It's upstairs. Mom brought yummy, yummy lunch for Declan Scott. I keep this. It's a little bit loose. Oh, you want some of my potatoes? Sure. All right, so decision time. Decision time. Do we play an Inquisition, or do we move to hand size and then just discard this Siege Rhino? That's probably too cute, right? Your child is a monster.
I know he is. Here. Up and away!
And get Overgrown Tomb here and Inquisition them. Look at a handful of cards that are going to be different here in half a second. Yep. We have 2 of these. Thoughts on this? Am I supposed to just take the Beast Within? Is that a thing that's supposed to happen here? I just take this and hope to run off another one. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the Violent Outburst. Take Beast or your Scooze lives, I think. Maybe. The problem is that, like, if they have mana to Beast Within me, they also have mana to... they also have mana to do other things. Am I just traversing for a land here? I'm not playing the Scavenging Ooze out yet. I feel like I'm traversing for a land here. We are playing an Abzan mid-range list. That is correct. I'm just going to get a basic forest, I think. Like, this way they can't play the other one until we put a troop on the table. Huh. So I was just going to play Scavenging Ooze here and eat something. Scavenging Ooze eat Street Wraith doesn't seem terrible. And then I can, like, have Siege Rhino to follow it up after they... Yeah. I don't think that draw's particularly good. Like, they're gonna get to see 3 more cards, so, like, hoping to take them off of something and screw them and get lucky seems loose. I do not have an educated opinion on Abzan as a whole. These are the first 4 matches I've played with an Abzan mid-range deck, I don't know, years. They could Violent Outburst here in response. I'm pretty sure we're just dead, right? We can't draw Damnation because they're going to look at the top cards of our deck. They're going to kill us in 2 attacks. Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can escape out of here with a 3-2. The old 2-2. Lost to two combo decks. Being reminded why we should not play Fair Magic. I really wish we could play the Vizier combo deck on Magic Online, but it's not practical. I mean, the deck seems just like typical fair modern deck problems, right? Like, we're losing to the decks that just, like, our interaction doesn't line up well with. We have a Rhino, we should just play it out. The Vizier combo deck, we're going to have to corner Maddie into doing a paper Magic session with us, with me, so I can test the Vizier combo deck out in paper. Yeah, my Tarmogoyf Traverse deck definitely needs some rest in peace in the sideboard. 10 out of 10. God, Twitch chat is great. I forgot how great Twitch chat is. The Magic Online streams are easier to follow than paper, but you literally can't play the Vizier combo deck appropriately on Modern. You literally cannot. Like, you can't, the loops that you go through that make the deck good will time you out every time on Magic Online to do them effectively. I'm supposed to Inquisition here, right? I don't think that's true at all, Terp. The Modern has never favored mid-range decks, and I think mid-range decks are worse right now than they've probably ever been in the format. Thoughts of the new green? I can't even tell you what the Green God does, so I don't. Speaking of decks that you can't play effectively online, God, it would be so great if we get to time my opponent out this game. I would love it. We don't actually have removal here, though, so we need to break up their combo pieces. Oh, yeah, we've got Grim Flayer and Lingering Souls in our decks. This is actually the Vizier deck. It's probably just the Devoted Druid, right? Not taking the Eternal Witness feels a little bit bad. Yeah, because, like, the Druid has text outside of it. Like, the Vizier is just, like, a 2-1 when they're not comboing, right? And the Druid, it makes mana still. All right, Fatal Push is a good hit. Makes me wish I would have taken the Eternal Witness. Maybe some of these decks have, like... Some of these decks have a ton of, what's it called in them? They have a ton of Eternal Witnesses. Magic Online is the most convenient way to play Magic from your home. Sure. It's a good point out. We can get a little bit more information with the Bauble. If we sequence a little bit differently. Yes, there were still combo versions of Birthing Pod then, but like I would argue the last time mid range was at its peak in Modern was just before they banned Splinter Twin. The Dig Through Time pod banning, like right before there when we had like Twin Pod, Dig Through Time Treasure Cruise. Like I really like playing fair interactive decks in that format. We don't know any of the cards in their hand at this point. Maybe I'm supposed to play the Goyf there because it can block. The Goyf preserves our life total better here. We know one card in hand is the Druid. Yeah, that's fair. The Witness got it back. And, like, the Druid has to not be summoning sick to... Oh! Oh, I missed it! Oh, I missed... Oh, jeez, I'm like reading chat and talking about it. I'm gonna cycle this outcast at end of this cast out at end of turn. There's 3 types in my crypt. This was a free block. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. The path would have got me Delirium too. I clicked through it by the time I realized it. I clicked through it before I realized what I'd done. Man, damn it. Big punts. Whoops. Simian Spirit Guide. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a Court of Calling, I guess. Grab a Swamp here. They can't combo if the Druid's summoning sick, right? So, like, I can play this Goyf here and just hold up 1 removal spell, correct? Right? I kind of just want to hit them and set up my next draw. Man, could you imagine if I would have just gotten to eat this stupid Vizier? I fetched because I'm going to hit them with this Grim Flayer. And I would like to set up the top card of my deck. Man, you know what's great? When my opponent who's playing the clock-intensive Magic Online deck is just like sitting here burning time. Man, I'm really tilted that I just messed that up. It's super unfortunate. Should have blocked there and then cycled this. I have hope that we can 3-2 this league now. Even though we just made a big old punteroonie there. I post on Reddit infrequently. The problem with places like Reddit and other internet forums is that just like there's lots of people that are just anonymous there that are just like there not to contribute but to strictly harass, and Reddit's really kind of bad about moderating things like that. So like a lot of meaningful discussion is just like wasted on people that just like time that could be spent on meaningful discussion elsewhere is just like wasted on people that are just there to waste your time instead of like trying to learn and better themselves. So I mostly focus my attention on, like, I have a subs Discord chat, so, like, people post questions in there, and, like, those people I know, like, really appreciate my time. Like, not only are they contributing to, like, make my content happen, but, like, they're there because, like, they want to be there, so... Yeah, but, like, why would I want to talk on an internet forum? So, like, here's the thing. Like, if you go into a place where there's a bunch of hateful people and obnoxious people, and you're just like, well, I'm going to be okay with these hateful, obnoxious people. So, and here's the other thing. You're combative. I don't sit there. If someone's going to tell me that I'm objectively incorrect on something, and they're actually the one who's wrong. Like, why? Like, I'm not allowed to explain why they're wrong. People on the internet, like, for some reason, there's like this idea that, like, if you're a personality, you have to just agree and accept everything that people say, and, like, that's not how life works, right? Like, in any field other than a TCG, the problem with TCGs and, like, interacting with people is that no matter how much success you actually have, people can always be like, you're just lucky, and you just ran hot. Like, I've literally heard people say the words, Brian Bronduin's not that good at Magic. Like, literally the fucking world champion. And they're like, he's not actually that good at the game. He just, like, ran a little bit hot and got lucky and he ground all those Grand Prix. And it's like, good lord. Like, if winning the world championship doesn't prove that you're reasonable at the game to people, like, literally nothing will. And it's just like, I'm just going to remove myself from forums where it's okay for people to, like, shit on people like that, and it for that to just be, like, the norm. Apologies. I'm going to try and tone down the swearing. It's a bad habit of mine, but, like, you know, it's tough. And I just would rather redirect my energy to places like the Discord server where I know the people actually appreciate the time I'm spending to, like, actually devote my time, like, because, you know, it takes a lot of time to, like, read messages and stuff like that. I'm still connected to Magic Online, right? Like, this is... And, like, coming from someone who's, like, spent time and, like, has a small presence in, like, other fields. Like, I have a master's degree in mathematics. I've done a lot of software development stuff. Like, when you have experience in other fields, people don't just, like, shit on you and say you don't deserve the things you worked for. They, like, respect you for the things you spent time working on. And, like, you know, it feels nice to be respected. I think we're just bidding both of the lands here, and then we're going to leave the Grim Flayer on top. I think I'm going to leave up the Path to Exile here when I play this Tarmogoyf out, rather than the Fatal Push, because that way next turn I can play the Grim Flayer off the top of my deck while holding up Path and Push. It is much worse in the TCG community than other reasonable communities. And I appreciate all the people that, like, say nice things. For every idiot out there, there's 10 people that are nice and reasonable, you know, and I'm aware of that. It's just, like, I don't want to spend my time contributing to forums where the 1 in 10 that's a jagoff is allowed to, like, have a voice. Like, I want to go to places where there's just, like, actually reasonable discourse, and the people that are obnoxious just get removed. Like, I love when people, like, oh man, Hoagland's an ass, he bans people in chat. No, I ban idiots in my chat. You want to come in here and be an idiot? You don't have that right. We don't have to listen to you be an idiot here, because I can just go, zap, you're gone. All right, so recording for 3 here. What do we get for 3? Sure. Hopefully this doesn't kill me by not leaving up 2 removal spells. It's something that gives their troops speed. I love Legacy. Legacy is actually my favorite constructed Magic format right now. No joke. Like, no joke. Like, I know I've got kind of a reputation for, like, not enjoying Legacy as a whole, but, like, I really have enjoyed Legacy the last few months, and it is definitely my favorite Magic Constructed format right now, and I'm going to be playing Legacy for my team at the Team Constructed Open and the KY Open next weekend. Am I supposed to pass something here? Maybe I was supposed to pass this in response. How do you join the Discord? So you're subscribed. Once you've been subscribed, it takes about an hour. If you just subscribed, I don't remember how long you've been in Equinox. You go to discordapp.com and link your Twitch account to your discordapp.com account, and the server will pop up. I don't actually know what I'm playing yet. The Dead Guy Ale is towards the top of my list. I think you're supposed to pass the Druid at end of turn. Watch him have something that gives speed here and just kill us. So the thing when you're linking your Discord account, you want to make sure you go to your desktop web browser. You can't link it using the mobile client. All right, what are they getting for 3 here is the question. This is the first game of the match. My opponent is down. Has spent 10 minutes mostly dicking around at this point. I have no idea. Probably something obnoxious to get with Court of Calling. You have to use the web browser to link it, Christy. If you're linking the 2 accounts, the desktop browser has to get used. I've seen Braha's lists, and I don't know. Nothing he's published online seems particularly interesting. I 5-0'd a league and like 3-2'd a couple of others with different variations of a deck, so I think I like a list that I have right now. And the Dead Guy Ale archetype's actually fairly different from Death and Taxes. I've played both of those, and they play out pretty differently. Death and Taxes is closer to a like prison-based deck. Just another Eternal Witness here, sure. Dude, Abzan Delirium is better than Sultai. I don't have an educated opinion on that, Dazer. I've never seen a Sultai Delirium list. This is a deck list that card for card Wily Edel put together, so we're just playing what he said to play. Yeah, I know who they're talking about. Willie, if you watch this, I'm sorry I butchered your name 12 times. I think I'm just shipping with both of these, right? They're probably going to trump the Tarmogoyf, and then I play the Grim Flayer as a blocker here. Man, remember that time I didn't eat the Vizier of the remedies for free? Because I'm an idiot? Pepperidge Farm remembers. He'd just be like, down this combo piece and this 2-1. That'd be so good for me. I would love to bin this Lingering Souls. Probably. The Thoughtseize can break up this Court of Calling that keeps being annoying. That's probably fine. I mean, really, she donated a penny to herself, right? It literally says game 1 over my head. I guess it might be a little bit small to read. That text is kind of crappy on this MTG bot status, actually. I might send Dan Bopes a message, because, like, there's a ton of space up there, and the game 1 text is super tiny. But this is game 1. It says that above my head, if you can make it out. No, it's really easy to miss it, right? Like, I was like, it's over my head, and then I looked at it, and I was like, actually, game 1 is kind of hard to read there. kill the Witness. I don't think killing the Witness does anything, right? Like, putting them to 1 doesn't change much. It cuts them off of using the Horizon Canopy, I guess. Oh, we win if we swing with the Treetop. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out, Loso. Yeah, so if we path the Witness, we miss lethal on board. If we path the Witness and then fire up the Treetop, we hit for 10, 13 and kill them. The opponent does, in fact, have 11 minutes left in time. They're holding us hostage with their clock. This is game 1. So I don't think they have enough time left on their clock to produce infinite mana in 2 games. This is going to be my last match of Magic for the afternoon. Thursday afternoons, I stream Hex TCG, so I'm going to be firing that up here after this match finishes to play some of that.
I was putting my shoes on and he started crying and I said bye and he said, no, back, like come back.
I'm stalling more. There's more stalling in this match than a Pokemon game. What does Infect need to do to be tier 1 again? I don't know. Probably have Gataxian Probe. Oh, yeah, you know, play the green-black archetype in Modern, but after running this deck through the league, do you think this list is the correct choice for meta? As I think this deck is really sweet. And so, like, one of the big problems with Modern is, like, I talked about, you know, you're picking which matchups you're winning and losing. And, like, the fact that this deck has 4 copies of Traverse in it, like, that's why I've always been, like, drawn to, like, the Court of Calling decks, because, like, this 4 copies of Traverse means I can put this 1 Kataki War's Wage in my board and have 5 of them post-board. I can put this 1 Eidolon in my board and have 5 of them post-board. So, like, it really helps make up for the kind of Modern sideboard problem. I could put these 2 Fulminator Mages in my board and have 6 copies of them. Like, it's very, very powerful. Begin sideboarding. Okay. Opponent conceded. All right, nah, I mean, Liliana, the Last Hope, seems good, and their extra combo. Veil seems medium minus. I don't know, that Collective Brutality is probably fine. It kills their combo pieces that could, like, discard cords out of their hand. I don't love Thoughtseize. I don't know that their Collected Company deck Inquisition takes most of the things that they're doing. It doesn't really matter what people vote. We always stream Hex on Thursday afternoon, so we're going to play some Hex. Yeah, Maelstrom Pulse seems fine. Just be, like, slightly more interactive. Maybe these Lilianas are fine. The Damnations are probably okay as well. We should probably just bring in the I like the fact that they have Simian Spirit Guide in their deck kind of makes me think they're all in. I can also just see, like, leaving 2 Thoughtseizes in being fine. Yeah, I'm just going to leave 2 Thoughtseizes in. Just going to do this. I could see E be fine. E is, like, kind of expensive, right? Like, we're going to spend, like, 4 mana to set up a removal spell, basically. Yeah, that sounds great, right? Like, Inquisition into Grim Flayer, sign me up. It's like what we want to do every single game. Okay, we mana dork on 1 this game. Alright, so now my opponent has to try and win 2 games in 10.5 minutes. So good luck, Godspeed. So they do have Collective Company in their deck, not too surprising. So I think we're just going to go ahead and take the Vizier. Probably just take the Path, actually, right? Now I'm going to take the Vizier, and then they're going to play the Duskwatch next turn, and then I can Collective Brutality to kill the Duskwatch plus take their Collected Company. Seems like a good sequence. Cameo with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you and welcome. I appreciate the support. Remember, if you didn't catch all of our matches today, we played a full league with this deck. You can catch the archive on my YouTube channel. It'll be posted later this afternoon after I'm done streaming altogether. Well, drawing Lingering Souls is a good hit here. It lets me Collective Brutality and not feel too bad about it. Did I really need this land? How many modes am I playing on this Collective Brutality? I feel like am I using all of them? How bad is all the modes? Target you, target you, target you. Bin this, bin this. Seems fine. It's possible I should have taken the Duskwatch Recruiter here. I feel like we have to take the Collected Company. We don't have a ton going on. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the Lingering Souls there just because we don't have a ton of threats after they path this Grim Flayer. Avicid's Pilgrim, sure. If they're just green-white, I guess they're not playing birds then. Okay, so we know they have Path in their hand as the last card. That's a good draw. Okay, so I only have 2 card types in my discard pile, so I think I'd rather they kill Grim Flayer than anything, right? I'm going to start by flashing this back. Actually, if we get lucky, they attack in with this Duskwatch Recruiter, and then we double block with the Spirits, and then they path one of them. Yeah, discarding the Souls might have been too aggressive there. Just like we really didn't need the drain. It's actually a virtual machine thing. Even if our opponent wins this game, they're probably going to time out of the last one, so... Yeah, I feel like we maybe should have just, like, only done 2 modes and, like, not done the drain mode there. Activate Duskwatch Recruiter, yep. Eternal Witness is a pretty good hit, so they have Path, Eternal Witness in their hand. Please attack. Oh, so this is going to transform. Oh, I forgot to fetch. I was loose. Anything Ubuntu LTS based, the Zubuntu 1604 is my current favorite. So, Zubuntu.com, X, and then the word Ubuntu.com. Their LTS release is fantastic, stable, fairly lightweight. Oh, I guess I'm going to double spell and flip this recruiter back, huh? That's probably still fine. Opponent. Have you tried Elementary or Zoran? I'm using Elementary 0.4 at the moment and loving it. Yeah, I've used both of those in the past. I felt like neither of them added anything too terribly meaningful to the desktop experience. This lets me take the Eternal Witness out of their hand, which is nice. Have to take the Eternal Witness, because otherwise they just get to witness back the path. So things that don't feel great for 100. I'm going to grab Temple Garden here. Another Overgrown Tomb? I'll just grab another Overgrown Tomb. I'm going to play Tarmogoyf to start, hopefully get that past Exile out of their hand. Nope, no getting into the 75. You can take a look at the deck list below the stream. There's a big button in the stream interface that says Hex Decks. If you tap on the video player and press the little I if you're on mobile and scroll down, you'll see a big blue button that says MTG Decks. Yep. So we left these spirits back because this is going to flip back into a 2-2 for them. Yep. Hey, Brett. Yeah, and remember, if this is your first time catching a live stream, check out my YouTube channel. That's a pretty good draw. Check out my YouTube channel, linked in the stream information below. I streamed, how many times last week? It was 4 or 5 Magic stuff, so definitely check that out. So attack for 3, sure. Can't block. Yeah, it's looking like if we were just like -2 life here, but +2 souls, we'd be pretty better off. Yeah, Xubuntu is one of the lighter versions. It's not the lightest, but it's the best balance of resource efficiency to functionality, I feel like. If we draw a removal spell here, we're actually in a pretty good spot, because we get to, like, kill this, and their leftovers aren't very good. We still only have 2 card types in our graveyard by turn 8. What a good Delirium deck we are. Powerful, powerful Delirium deck. Alright, sweet. So we drew what we were looking for. Let's go ahead and give this -2/-2. Still only have 2 card types in our crypt. I feel like I'm supposed to leave the spirits back, because if they attack in with this Exalted, I'd like to trade the 2 spirits for it. Xubuntu is actually what I'm streaming from right now. Do I want to attack with these? I do need to apply pressure. Yeah, I guess we're attacking for 4. Yeah, let's just apply pressure. We could get punished for this, but we're up 2 points of life. Let's just roll with it. Or Innistrad block constructed, right? I'm playing MTGO on a virtual machine, and the virtual machine is running on a superior operating system. Okay, cycle the Horizon Canopy. Another Pilgrim deal. I've not taught a CS class before. Okay. We could die here. Vizier plus Eternal Witness, or Vizier plus another payoff. That being said, my opponent has burned so much time off their clock, I'm auto-passing, and if they're going to combo us, they can click through it. Welcome to Magic Online. Enjoy your stay. Like, they've got 5 minutes left, and if they win this game with the combo that they have to click through, then they have to win a 3rd game somehow. And whatever small amount of time they have left. Renegade Railier, Eternal Witness. Okay, sweet. They could definitely win this game the fair way at this point. what a great Delirium deck we are. What a fantastic Delirium deck. Yeah, maybe we should have Damnation in our deck. That's probably the case. This their win condition. What does this do? Another target creature gets +2 in trample. So my opponent has infinite mana and can do infinite damage. It's gonna let them do their thing here. They're not gonna have to click that many times. I guess they don't have to play a third color. I have no idea why that's more optimal. Yeah, I probably just want the Damnations, right? Cast out slow. Pulse is probably slow too. I'm gonna cut Thoughtseize. Yeah, Thoughtseize actually felt fine. Let's do this. I'd love to play first. They can't combo with Eidolon in play. Yeah, they can, right? I don't think that's true. Yeah, 10 out of 10, keep this hand, right? It's got spot removal. It's got Liliana the Last Hope, seems fantastic in this matchup. Let's go ahead and use our Mishra's Bauble to scry. So we'll look at the top card of our deck here. And then if we like it, we'll draw. Yeah, I think I want a Verdant Catacombs at this point, right? Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass to my opponent's turn because Mishra's Bauble lets us draw a card on their turn. If we didn't want to draw the Verdant Catacombs that's on top of our deck, we'd have cracked our fetch before we drew. Get Temple Garden with this. Thoughtseize is an okay draw there. I think we definitely want to lead on the Tarmogoyf, though. That's fair. Thoughtseize here to start. Make this Goyf bigger. Selfless Spirit. They have Eldritch Evolution in their deck too. Huh. Those are a lot of good ones. Is it just Duskwatch Recruiter? And like Path the first one? Like this Liliana of the Last Hope is gonna like crap on a lot of their 2/1s here. I'm going to path this during their upkeep. We missed the point of damage this way, but I think it's better to not give them the mana this turn. In case they draw Collected Company. They can't activate this on their turn because it takes 3 mana anyways. They'll probably play Eternal Witness or Selfless Spirit here, and then we can play Last Hope and tick up and kill it. Do I like the opponent's deck? I think I'd rather play a more interactive or more fair version of it. I think probably playing the Finks combo with it is probably more ideal. So there's the Heath, probably an Eternal Witness. Draw step, we're technically like giving them a chance to draw shenanigans. Like I don't know what they could possibly have, but they could have Mana Tithe in their deck. You want to talk about cards that are modern legal that could like realistically happen there? Play around the Mana Tithe, folks. Play around it. All right, so we get to do this, and then this Traverse is active already. God bless. Let's kill this. Whoa. Now we can Traverse here. We have plenty of colors. I'm just going to get the basic here. They just want a Battle Cattle. I just want a Battle Cattle. Scavenging Ooze doesn't do a whole lot. I think it's just Siegeman Rhinoceros here. I don't think the rest of those cards do a whole lot. Just apply a bunch of pressure. Siege Rhino means they have to chump the Tarmogoyf next turn. Alright, so they have Collected Company here. Wait to activate this because we could kill something that they Collected Company into with it. That being said, if they find only one thing that Liliana the Last Hope kills, they're going to obviously chump with it. Druid plus Witness is pretty good here. Man, we could lose this, huh? Huh. Yeah, wow, that sucks. We could definitely die next turn. Yep. This doesn't really do anything. Guess we'll plus this for now. Play this fetch land out to represent a removal spell past the turn. Selfless Spirit, sure. Eldritch Evolution, the Selfless Spirit, sure. That's true. The clock is real, right? If I had a piece of interaction here, I should technically wait because then I could I should respond to the Eldritch Revolution with it. Like I don't have a piece of interaction here, so like it actually doesn't matter. And they have Chord of Calling in their hand, so I believe we're technically... This is the same opponent who went AFK for several minutes, yep. So we're going to see if they're going to kill us here. I got 80 seconds to do so.
I'm not the worst when they AFK and still beat you.
Yeah, right? This combo is very good, and it's definitely something that's modern playable. I wish we had time to... I wish we were able to practice it at Magic Online. Next time, like I said, next time we do a paper session, I'm like 10 out of 10 going to have some kind of devoted Druid Vizier of the Remedies deck in there. I like the tank with 1 minute on the clock, right? Yep, I mean, there was like a possibility they could click quickly enough through it, but like now we've just sat here for 30 seconds, so... You know, we technically would have 2-3'd this league had we been playing in paper, because, like, we're definitely dead here. Oh, I don't have F6 on. So it looks like they're gonna time out, and we're gonna thankfully save some MTGO dollars here since leagues are expensive. Not losing $12 to this one. Good guy round timers got our back here. Again, I just feel like mid-range interactive decks like this in Modern in general are just like asking to be punished, right? Like you have to hope your answer. You can take those if you want.
I was gonna throw it out.
Yeah, I'm good.
You want to put it in the fridge?
No, I'm good.
Okay, can I have the
Oh, yep.
any other garbage?
Woo!
Oh, you won by default.
Default. 2 best words in the English language. Default. At some point, it will show us. It will show us our prizes. Look at that, an entire treasury chest.
Do you think I should try putting Jake down for now?
Yeah, maybe.
Or just let him use his tablet?
Yeah, just let him use this thing.
He slept on the bus and they were an hour late, so.
Okay.
Or they, I mean, he was on the bus for an hour.
All right. I was playing this deck because it seemed sweet, and it felt like something I might enjoy playing at some point. We are going to change games now. We're going to play some Hex TCG here for the next couple of hours.